Hello mates, welcome to episode 12 of HTML course and welcome to your own channel. Today we're gonna talk about HTML block and inline elements. Every HTML element has a default display value depending on what type of element it is. There are two display values, block and inline. What is block level element? A block level element always starts on a new line, and the browsers automatically add some space or a margin before and after the element. A block level element always takes up the full width available and stretches out to the left and right as far as it can. And two commonly used block elements are p tag and, of course, div tag. And the p element defines a paragraph in HTML document, and the div element defines a division or a section in an HTML document. And we can try here, for example, a lorem 8, and we can see that it is a block line element with giving it a background color. Let's give it a style background color of, for example, blue. Blue. Okay, I'm gonna open in live server. Alright, as you can see, this is our p tag, which is a block level element and takes up the full width available in this line. And it's also the same for width, and we can try it also here with this. Alright, and as you can see, with giving div background color, there's nothing available here because we don't have any value inside it. For example, I can give it 9, and yes, this is visible here, and it's like p tag. Okay. And there are, for example, common block level elements in HTML. I will write them right here for you, and you can actually, you don't have to memorize them, but you can write them down and know that these are block elements. This is really useful to know that, because when you know what element is block and what element is inline, you can use the fine CSS property for them, and you have a really clean code and also responsive. Alright, let's talk a bit about inline elements. An inline element does not start on a new line. An inline element only takes up as much width as necessary. For example, a span is a common inline element. And if we have lorem 5, for example, let's give it a style and background color to have a visible background, for example. And yeah, you can see this is an inline element, and this is a span element inside a paragraph. And here are some inline elements in HTML. I will write it down for you, and you can check them as well as you checked block level elements. And there is something really interesting about the div element. The div element is often used as a container for other HTML elements. The div element has no required attributes, but style and class or ID are common for that. And when used together with CSS, the div element can be used to style blocks of content. For example, we can use a block element in div and make it an inline element. But we will talk about them later. And it's also the same about span. The span element is an inline container used to mark up a part of a text or a part of a document. The span element has no required attribute, but style, class, and ID are common. And when used together with CSS, the span element can be used to style parts of the text. For example, we can have a p tag. Alright, and let's have, for example, my son has, and I want to span here. Alright, inside span, I want to type blue, but I can give it a style as well. For example, color blue, and no, blue, and we can give it, for example, width, height, or another CSS property, which is font weight. We'll talk about it in CSS as well. For example, bold. Alright, and blue eyes. Okay, let's see the result. This is the result. We can change a part of our paragraph using the span element, which is an inline container. And it's that simple. Let's finish this session. I hope you will dig in more by yourself about inline and block elements. See you in the next session. Ask your questions and comments, and please follow and subscribe for more.